From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Aaron Reeves.
And the heat continues. 108 in Buffalo and Alva so far today. So far we've only had 100 in Tulsa. We'll see if that ticks up to 101 here in the coming hour or so. 105 in Poto is the big winner, if you want to call it that, on the eastern side of the state. Currently, temperatures still very warm. 100 in Tulsa. Look at Kansas City there at 85. 72 in Chicago. That sounds nice. 112 in Phoenix does not. The northeastern United States and the Midwest, pretty comfortable. Down here, we're not. Lots of 100-degree days. We're at 12 so far. And looking back over the past several years, that puts us as the #1 since at least 2011. In 2012, of course, those 2 years are kind of the standard bearers. These were really hot years, both top 10 all time. But notice our recent heat wave we've had this year, you know, it's the most we've had since then, and really just around normal. We've had 12. Normal is 11, but we're going to end up with a lot more than that as we look forward. The other thing we're ending up with a lot of that we don't want is dry days. 35 days now without a 1/10 of an inch of rain or more in Tulsa at any one given time. So not a good deal. Drought continues to fill back in. Pretty much the entire state now under at least dry conditions. A lot of worse than that. And burn bans. Those are starting to come in. Fire issues are going to start to become a deal as things dry out. The air dries out. And it's hot, just perfect conditions for fire. So we do have several counties now under burn bans. Make sure you know what's going on in your county. That way you can be prepared. Some rain up to our north. We're on the edge of this high, and that's going to allow a front to try to drop in tomorrow. It's a weak front, but it may have just enough with it to give us a slim chance of a shower storm. So you can see the bulk of the high, the ridge out to our west, we're still under the influence. So it's going to be tough to get rain going and tough to get much of a cool down, but we could get just enough as the front passes through tomorrow to get 1 or 2 storms to develop. The ridge mainly stays out west, but it does start to build east on Tuesday. That's when we'll likely see the hottest day of the week. Records in that 109 to 113 range over the next several days. We may get close to some of those. We'll see how it plays out, but tough to break records this time of year. Another front could try to move in Wednesday before this ridge really slides east, dominates the whole central and southeastern United States. When we get the southern flow side of this, it'll be much harder to get any fronts in here. We're going to see a long, hot stretch. Only things that could keep us from really getting up to 100 would be a lot of clouds or a shower developing. And even with that, it's just so easy to get 100 right now, just 'cause it's so dry and so warm. Even with clouds like today, we still made it to 100. A couple of slim chances for rain. The front tomorrow, and then like less than a 10% chance on the Wednesday, Thursday time frame. Then as we see another front, that's the one tomorrow. Isolated shower storm possible, but overall, those are going to be slim pickings. You can see in the next 10 days, not much being predicted as far as totals. We do predict a lot of heat, though. Once again, a couple of dips with a couple of fronts, but overall, it's going to be slim pickings for rain and a lot of pickings for heat. Lake levels all near normal, so that's definitely a good place to go cool off. Hot right now, you can see some of those clouds that at least kept a little edge off the temperatures today. So did that south wind at 14, helped out dew point at 61, so things are drier. We're up in the upper 90s to low 100s all across the area. It feels more like we're in the low 100s. We'll take a quick look at your extended forecast. We're talking about that heat, that humidity sticking around for the next week plus. Stay hydrated, stay cool, stay safe out there. That's a look at your forecast. Here's a look at sports.